Yeah, this is the Archivist interviewing DJ Diesel Boy.
Chef.
So who is Diesel Boy?
Yo, I'm just a DJ, you know, trying to make it in the DJ world. I've been DJing since '91. I live in Brooklyn, New York at this point. I play drum and bass. Tonight here at Shine, I played some dubstep and some electro, some different stuff, but I play drum and bass usually. And yeah, I'm here for the Olympics. I'm here to play a couple shows and have a good time.
Tell us about the dubstep scene and the popularity. What is kind of...
Probably not the best person to ask. I do play some dubstep. I do appreciate it. I actually started a new dubstep label, but I'm not really one to ask because I'm not deep in the dubstep scene. I'm more of a drum and bass guy myself. But I know that it is quite popular now. A lot of dope DJs, a lot of dope tunes. So it's big.
Tell us about your work coming up, the history about you, so people can really know about
I've been DJing since '91, so I've been around a long time. What's the bus right there? I do a record label called Human Imprint. It's a drum bass label. Been doing it for 9 years. And I just started a label that is dubstep and electro called Subhuman. It's going to be launching this spring. First two releases are lined up. They're very dope. I play both of them tonight. But yeah, man, I travel the world playing drum and bass mostly. But 2010, I'm trying to branch out a little bit and not only play drum and bass shows, but maybe like play some other shows like tonight here at Shine. It's a little bit of some different genres, just to kind of keep myself entertained and on my toes.
Tell us about your sponsorship with DC and Pioneer. How's that working for you?
Research. Yeah, I got hooked up with DC a long time ago. Got to be friends with one of the guys who started the company, this guy Dame Away. They've sold, DC's been sold off to Quicksilver, so I'm still affiliated, but I don't really, I really don't hit him up for product all the time. I got my ring. I got 2 DC rings. I'm friends with my friend, and that's about it. As far as Pioneer goes, they send me gear from time to time. I'm cool with their reps. And I always use Pioneer CD players and Pioneer mixers, and I have Pioneer headphones as well, so I really do like their product, and I'm fortunate enough to get some product from the company.
What kind of video games are you into?
Right now I play Mass Effect 1 so that I can play Mass Effect 2 and use my same character. I play Fallout 3 on my PC, I got Dawn of War 2 I play. I'm going to get a PS3 soon, and I'm going to get I'm probably going to get Metal Gear, I'm going to get Heavy Rain. There's a bunch of PS3 games that I need to get, so that's my next move.
Tell us about your mixtape that was made with a mix of quasi-cinematic framework.
Well, actually, a lot of my mixes now, I'm kind of like known for my intros, which I tend to use voiceover actors to do the intros for the kind of like the theatrical kind of vibe or the movie trailer kind of vibe. But I started doing theatrical intros around the time I did a mixtape called Director's Cut in the late '90s, and ever since then, I think that's kind of become my calling card of my mixes, where I have a very interesting intro to kind of give the mix more of a flavor than just a DJ mix. But that's kind of like what I do.
You also work with Tiesto?
I did do a tour that Tiesto was on years ago called Area 2. I don't really work with him. I did have one of his tracks remixed for a CD of mine called Dungeon Master's Guide, and he was kind enough to let his track get remixed for that. But I don't really work with Tiesto per se. He's kind of completely outside of my genre realm.
And what is one of the biggest festivals or shows you've ever played for capacity of people?
I played a show. There's a show called Pirate Station that goes on in St. Petersburg, Russia, and other cities in Russia. And the first time I played it had about 35,000 people. It was all drum and bass, huge show. But I've played other bigger events. I played like raves in LA that had 60,000, 80,000 people, but they weren't all in my area, the drum bass area. But for just my genre, probably the Pirate Station parties have been the biggest shows that I played in recent memory, and they're in Russia.
What is one of your favorite places to tour around the world?
I do like to play Tokyo. That's mostly for personal reasons. I like the scene there, I like the crowd there, but I like to shop there. And I have friends in Cape Town, South Africa, so I like to play Cape Town because it becomes a vacation for me. As far as just like enjoying myself DJing, I like playing, all the shows I play in Russia tend to be, pretty dope. And I like playing places like Los Angeles, Denver, Dallas, things like that, places like that.
You worked with any hip-hop artists at all?
I have not worked with any hip-hop artists per se, though I did do some stuff remixing a track by Styles of Beyond for one of my CDs a while back, and I did talk to them and talk to their management. But other than Styles of Beyond, I really haven't worked with any hip-hop artists, no.
And do you have any shouts or any collaborations coming out?
Let's see. I have a track I'm working on. I have a new track I'm working on with a guy from Atlanta named Mayhem, and these other guys. They're called Blockhead. It's basically the guys from Bad Company, it's a famous drum and bass crew, and another guy from I think Switzerland. I might be wrong. But I have that track coming out. I have a track coming out, Gridlock and Upbeats. I'm working on called MDMX, and yeah, that's probably it for collabs. For shout-outs, I want to give a shout-out to my man RP from PH1, who always brings me out, and my man Tom, he always drives me around, and Francisco Manis1, who's a local DJ that highly underrated, but a good dude. So I want to shout those boys out. And I also want to shout out Vancouver. Thank you for coming out tonight, and I'm sure I'll be thanking you tomorrow night when I'm wasted after my Olympic drinking. So thank you.
Also, it was really great to see you guys collaborate with Emotions. You know what I mean?
Tonight was wicked. Tonight was a cool opportunity to, you know, like I said, expand my horizons and try some different stuff. So.
And you have anything else to add about who is DJ Diesel Boy?
No, I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. So that's it.